We're hands-free. Hey, don't fret. Low credit score, no worries.
That's right. No worries. We've got you. We can take care of it.
You got us?
Yeah, we got you.
Nice.
Got you. So we just got done talking with one of our buyer clients, their first-time buyer, and it reminded us of how confusing and just frustrating it is dealing with credit scores and the credit agencies and kind of trying to figure out how this all works.
It's very stressful sometimes.
It's stressful and it doesn't always make sense. So we thought we'd hop on here real quick and give you 5 easy steps to improve your credit and get you set up so you're ready to buy a house this spring or summer.
I'm glad you got me.
I got you, babe.
I love it. Hey, it's Billy and Amy, bantering the Boylans. And let me tell you something. We work with clients all over the world. They're reaching out to us. We love what we do. So if you're relocating, you're buying, you're selling, investing in properties, we do it all. Reach out to us, 775-997-6758. Email us, DM. We just go to the Boylan team page. We're here to help. So 5, what'd you say?
5 steps that you can take to help improve your credit right away, because some of these steps can really improve your credit quickly and put you in the position to purchase a house in the next few months.
So number 1 is monitor your credit score. The easiest way, it's free, which is the best, is go to creditkarma.com or annualcreditreport.com. But Credit Karma gives you a real good dashboard, real good snapshot of your score, and it gives you a lot of good information on there.
Yeah, we've used it a lot over the years.
Every day, I'm checking it out. I'm recommending to our clients,
And we shouldn't have to say it, but it need to be reminded, pay on time all the time. And there's a little wiggle room with that paying on time.
Right.
Which I learned this early after I bought my first car. You don't know, if you pay a few days late, that's okay. Just don't go over 30 days.
Right.
Make sure you get that payment posted to your account within 30 days of the due date. Don't go over that 30 days because that's when they report you.
Right.
So just stay on time, stay under those 30 days. That can help you tremendously.
Yeah, so just try to get about the 25th day if you're moving late to get that score into a post. Yep. The next one is the use of your credit score. Do the best you can not to max it out. So if you have a $10,000 credit limit, you want to keep it under 30% usage. So try to keep it under that $3,000 range. I know it could be hard sometimes. You may go up and go down, but do the best you can to keep it under 30% usage on what you have there.
And we've learned if you're using your credit cards, but maybe you want to use them for points on mileage, just make sure they're paid down to that 30% on the day that the credit agency, that the credit card looks at your account. That's not the day your payments due. It's the day that they post your account.
Right, and this is tricky because one thing we've learned a lot of good credit tips. So your statement date's going to say February 2nd, coming up here. February 2nd, that's when the due date is. But the actual date that the credit card, there's a due date and a statement date. The due date is February 2nd, but the statement date is the 5th of February, which is a great day. It's Hazel's birthday, our granddaughter. But so they're going to take the picture of your credit score that day. So if you have, $4,000 due, you want to pay it down, $4,000 or 40% usage, you want to try to get it under that 30% by the time the statement date is, not the usage date.
Yeah, we learned the hard way because we were using a card and paying it off every month. We were using it to earn points. And we'd pay it off and start using it again after the due date.
Yes.
Come to find out that the statement date's different and we were coming up above 30%, even though it was paid off every month. So it's whatever's in your account, whatever's on the card on that statement date. Very important, very important.
Right.
And opening and closing accounts.
Yes.
To me, it's always very counterintuitive that they don't want you to close accounts. It seems like closing an account makes sense. You don't want to have too many credit cards. But they want to see that you have the credit, you have credit available, don't use too much of it, and don't open too many new credit accounts.
Right.
I mean, you can open new credit, but don't do a whole bunch right away. Pace yourself.
Yeah, hey, we just got to notice. I got to notice I'm a big sports junkie. So being in Northern Nevada here, I'm a big sports fan, but hockey, I love hockey. And just got that NHL just finalized the deal to have 2 outdoor games up at Lake Tahoe at Edgewood Golf Course. Edgewood's beautiful, the background's beautiful, Lake Tahoe, and obviously I don't think there's going to be any fans, which really bad, really much a bummer. But hey, drop a comment. My family, big Rangers fans. We got Red Wings fans in the family. We got Sharks fans. But drop a comment. What's your favorite sports team or hockey team? And if you've ever seen an outdoor game, it usually happens around the 1st of January in a normal season. Having the outdoors when they're freezing cold, it's snowing, all the elements. It's amazing. So I can't wait. It's in February. So it's going to be the Flyers and the Bruins and the Avalanche, and which we'll talk about Avalanche option in a minute here. Avalanche and the Golden Knights. So it's going to be awesome. So drop a comment. You know, what's your favorite sports team or favorite hockey team?
Right.
And then the next thing is minimize existing debt. Talk about that a little bit.
Right. And then he mentioned Avalanche. There's a couple different approaches. You want to reduce your debt, obviously, because of credit. The lenders and things are going to look at how much you owe, and if you have too much debt compared to what your income is, they're not going to give you a loan. So that is a huge ratio they're looking at when you go in for a loan, is what your debt is and what you make and your income. So we say it's easier. I used to give Billy these big to-do lists, you know, like, hey, can we do this, can we do that? And
I just shut down.
He couldn't do it. He needed a couple items at a time, and so that's kind of what we're talking about with the paying off your accounts. Just pace yourself, do a little at a time. So one is called the Avalanche Approach. I don't know where they got these names, but the Avalanche Approach.
We live in Tahoe, you know. We do have snow here and there.
Anyway,
sorry,
so got me off track.
Snowball.
So anyway, the Avalanche Approach is where you're going to take your highest interest credit card and pay that one off first. So you're going to put your extra money towards that, pay your other minimum balances on all your other cards and accounts, but pay extra on this one until you get it paid off. You get that paid off, and then you roll that onto the next card, and so on with the next highest interest rate. This is going to make it so you pay the least amount of interest. You're going to get those higher interest rates down quicker. And then there's the other way to do it.
It's a snowball effect. It has to pay the accounts off faster. So let's say you have 5 credit cards, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 balance. You want to pay off the $100 one as quick as possible. Make minimum payments on a 2, 3, and 4, 5 one, but take the extra money you have and pay that $100 one off as quick as possible. And then once that's paid off, don't close it. Never close your accounts.
Never close your accounts.
Never ever close your accounts. But then you go to the $200 and you start doing the same thing and pay it off as quick as possible. And I didn't expand on the number 5 was minimize existing debt. It's just don't take one card and rob Peter to pay Paul. You take one card to use to pay off the other or pay down the other card. Just minimize your debt as much as you can. And so the good news is Snowball, Avalanche. Here's the great news. Buyers, a good credit score, great credit score, excellent credit score, 670 and 800 plus. With where the market is right now and the historic low interest rates, you only need a 640, right?
Yeah.
Or even lower.
Yeah, some lenders are going lower than that, but 640, that'll get you in the door with most lenders.
And that's an average, very average. Even, if you got so this is amazing stuff. Historic low interest rates is getting the buyers a lot more
buying power
for what they want. So here's the credit, how your credit score is made up. And this is great on Credit Karma. Like you said, they give you a good dashboard. Number 1, or the 35% of your score is payment history. Again, keep that history as best you can within 30 days. Everybody's, believe me, out there. Another comment you can make, hey, have you ever paid a score late? How many? For me, it's numerous times. Sorry. But, keep that 35% of the score is made up of your payment history. Very important.
That's right. It's confusing to know how they come up with the credit bureaus come up with your score.
Right.
Because there's 3 different credit bureaus that they look at, and the range can be pretty great.
Right.
It could be a 690 at one and a 750 with another. So but this is kind of a general rule of thumb to follow. So they're going to look 35% of your score is based on that. 30% is on how much you owe. They want to know, like we talked before, how much debt you have on credit cards and for car payments and all of that. They're going to look at all that, put it together, and you don't want that more than 30% of your available credit.
Right. And once we sat down with our buyer, and Amy explained this really well to her, she was sick to her stomach when we got in there because, my credit score, I think it was like 583. And we had somebody go from 570 a few months ago. That in 90 days is well over 640 now. But we got her where, she's going to be ready to go probably, what'd you say, like early spring?
Late spring. It just really depends on if she follows the advice we gave her.
So number 3 is length of credit, 15%. So 80% is made up of payment history, amount of credit, and length of credit. So your scores, if you have 5 credit cards again, and one is you have 1 year ago, you got 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5. They're going to take all 5 of those cards, add up the years, and divide by 5. That gives you your length of credit. And you want to have it usually over 5 to 6 years that combine your length of credit. And this is another good tip. We're learning, always thinking somehow. I forget. I got short-term disease, learning, but anyways, I don't. But anyways, tip. Go get a family member, a close friend, or somebody that's got a big credit limit, like $5, $10, $15, $20,000, and that has a good credit and a low balance. Have them add you as an authorized user. They're going to go, oh my God, I can't put you on my. You don't have access to the card. You don't have access to the statements. You're just an authorized user. You don't know the credit card number, nothing. But your name is on there. They add Billy Boylan, and my credit score just added 20 years. And it's got a good my credit length, and it's got a good credit score and a low balance. It helps you in 3 different ways there.
Right. You're getting the benefit of their length of credit
right.
added to you. And then there's credit mix, which is 10%. They just like to see a variety. They want to see just 5 credit cards. You got a credit card, you maybe have a bank loan, you have a car loan, things like that. They just
right.
want to see a good mix. So when they come to look at your credit, and you're going, well, I've got these credit cards, I pay them well, but they want to see a little variety.
Right, and then that's 10%, and the next is new credit. Again, it's counterintuitive, Amy said. You don't want to add a bunch of credit, but if you get a new credit card, wait 60 to 90 days to go apply for something else. Because all of a sudden, you want to have some credit, but don't do it all at once. Have the credit mix, length of credit, the whole thing there. So it's not rocket science. It really seems like it, but we have great tips to get you over 640 and get in a house. Way cheaper than renting. The rents are still going up. We can get you into a house. You're owning, you get all the tax benefits, you're a homeowner, building right. equity, and you're not renting, helping somebody else. Amazing, amazing stuff.
Right. So if you want more tips, call us. What's your number, Billy? Give me your number.
775-997-6758. Right. Hey, and like our page here. We have some great, fun, and we have good real estate content. Like the page and follow us, What about the it's a seller's market. If you're talking about buying,
it's definitely a seller's market. Buyers are finding multiple offers, getting very competitive when you're trying to buy a house.
Right.
And that's where it comes in a perfect time, especially if you're looking out for a couple months out, where we can implement our Dream Home Finder program. Many of you have heard about it. And what we do is we find out what you're looking for. We're looking for houses that are not on the market. You tell us the kind of house, the neighborhood, the amenities you want, and we go and find those homes, and we approach the homeowners. And we send out mailings and advertisements, and they call us up and say, hey, I'd be interested in possibly selling
right.
my home. Because they don't want to list. They don't want to list the home. They want to, but they wouldn't mind selling.
Right.
So we bring them an offer, and a lot of times they're willing to sell. And it's a great way for you to find a house that's not on the market.
Absolutely. You don't have to deal with 20 other people bidding on the same house. The sellers don't have to have, what you said, in this, the world we live in right now, you don't have to have a bunch of showings. We're coming to them. We're negotiating. The best thing about the Dream Home Finder, zero risk to you. We do all the marketing, online, offline marketing, and we do the negotiations. You sit back, relax. You just tell Amy, hey, where you want to live. You want a jacuzzi, you want a pool. You want a built-in barbecue, you want a school district. Whatever it is, acreage, not acreage, 2-story, 1-story, whatever it is, we'll find it for you. And we'll do everything else for you. So the
right.
Dream Home Finder, we've had few clients use it. It's amazing stuff.
It's a great program, and there's no obligation, so it's a win for you. There's no way that you can lose on that.
Right.
No cost. We find the house for you.
So again, comment on your favorite sports team or anything you want to comment on. A question about credit. Again, it doesn't have to be scary where you're sick to your stomach, like when you do your taxes and stuff like that. We have some great tips. We work with some great lender partners.
And it's never too early to start. You
yes.
don't know where you may think, oh, geez, I'm never going to be able to qualify. But you won't know until you talk to a lending professional about what you can do. Sit down with them and they'll say, okay, this is what you need to do. You're 6 months out. You're a year out. Maybe you're only 2 months out. We've had plenty of buyers come in thinking that maybe they should be going to rent, but let's go talk to a lender. They find out they can buy, and the next thing you know, they're buying a house, paying less than they were for rent,
cheaper, yeah.
and they're all set. So you need to talk to somebody. Don't just assume that you can't buy.
Right.
You'd be very surprised how many people can qualify and qualify soon.
So again, we love what we do. It's Amy and Billy, Boylan team. We love what we do. We're helping a lot of people. reach out. If you like this video, turn on notifications. We have some great stuff, and give us a topic you want us to research. We can research it just about maybe a different, a specific part of town, any town you're in, or another topic we can do some information on to help a lot of people. So DM us, call us, text us, the Boylan team. You know, what's our Instagram? Homes by the Boylan team.
Homes by the Boylan team. We're on there. We're on
YouTube,
on our YouTube channel, the Boylan team, Northern Nevada Life.
Yeah. So again, if you're relocating, if you want to buy, get your credit up, you want to sell in a seller's market, equity is very high, you want to take advantage of that, Dream Home Finder, whatever it is, free move. We got so much stuff. We're here to help. The Boylan team. It's Amy and Billy, Remax Complete Realty. We're making things happen, and we're enjoying this. This weather out here has been amazing. You know, we're getting some snow up top, which is good, but down here, great stuff. Enjoy, go out for a walk, enjoy yourself. It's Billy and Amy, Boylan team.
Boylan team. We're out.
Boylan out.
Bye-bye.
We are out. Bye-bye.